Hello and welcome to tonight's Division 1 6A basketball matchup between John Paul II and Trinity Christian Academy Trojans. Starting lineups for your Trojans tonight. Same five started in the past several games. John Shaw, Hudson Newhoff, Brady Freeman, Brett Kaufman, and Luke Glover, your starters for TCA. Starters for John Paul II. Freshman number 13, Kendall. Sophomore number 5, Jpii. Number 15, Messner. Number 22, Schill. And number 32, Freeman. Those are starters for John Paul II. TCA coming off back-to-back losses in district play. Second one was to. We'll start off with the record. How about that? The record in District 3 and 3 so far. 3 losses have been to Bishop Lynch, Prestonwood, and last week's loss to Nolan Catholic. JP2 with a 3-1 record so far. Wins against Parrish, Bishop Dunn, and several others. Game's about to begin. Newhoff and number 32 Freeman will tip it. And the game is underway. TCA will win the tip. Brett Kaufman will bring it up for the Trojans. He'll give it to John Shaw at the top of the key, and he'll set up the offense. John Shaw, part of the dynamic TCA offense. Stellar three-point shooters on the arc in Brett Kaufman, Brady Freeman, and John Shaw for TCA. Freeman working with John Shaw, trying to get some room. Gives it to Newhoff down the inside. John Shaw fakes a three, gives it to Brett Kaufman. Kaufman thinks about a three, has a wide open Newhoff, lays it in. Hudson Newhoff for two, quick, easy two. Found him right in the lane. Nice play. Number 13, Kendall for JP2, bringing it up. Kendall give it to number 5, Jpii. Jpii back to Kendall. Kendall for three. It's off and rebounded by Hudson Newhoff. Newhoff will bring it up for TCA. Gives it to John Shaw. Shaw to Freeman in the corner. TCA going to my left. John Paul II going to my right. John Shaw will bring it back out, set everything up. He'll give to Brett Kaufman, and Kaufman back to Freeman. Freeman to John Shaw, back to Freeman again. TCA moving around. Ooh, nice lob from Brett Kaufman inside. Finds John Shaw, can't finish on the layup. It'll be rebounded by JP2. Brought up by number 5, Jpii. Jpii give it to number 22, Schill. Schill will miss a layup. Rebounded by Freeman. Three-pointer from Kendall. It's off, no good. And it's a foul on number 32. Oh, he changed the foul call. It was a foul on number 2, Newhoff. It's his first foul of the day. Kendall will throw it in for John Paul. He'll give it to Jpii. Jpii will give it to Schill. Schill back to Jpii. Jpii looks inside to Freeman. Freeman gets trapped, has to give it back to Schill. Schill looking around. Guarded by Brady Freeman. Freeman to Ari Messner now. Ooh, good defensive play by Luke Glover trying to get a steal. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll retain JP2's ball. Kendall will throw it in for John Paul II. Give it to Schill. Schill over to Messner. Back to Schill. Schill looking around. Give it to Jpii. Jpii to Messner. Messner on the arc, trying to find somewhere to go. Gives it to Kendall. Kendall back to Kendall with a wild pass to Jpii. JP2 trying to get something inside. Can't get anything out. Good defense from TCA. Freeman takes it in. Drops it off to number 22, Schill. Oh, and a foul's called. This foul will be on number 10, Glover for TCA. That's his second team foul for TCA. at the line for JP2, Shill. He'll have 2 shots. First shot from Shill. Off the back iron, no good. One more for him. Scored 2-0, 5 minutes 39 to play, first quarter. Subs for JP2 if he makes it. Second free throw from Shill, off again, no good. Subs will have to wait, and they won't come in after all. John Shaw at the ball now. Looking around, gives it to Kaufman. Kaufman back to John Shaw. John looks around, gives it back to Kaufman. Kaufman, cross-court pass to Freeman. Freeman back to John Shaw, finds Glover inside. Has to kick it out, gives it back. John Shaw now with the ball at the top of the key. Gives it to Freeman. Freeman back to John Shaw. Trying to get something inside to Glover and Newhoff. Can't do it. It's finally to Kaufman. Excuse me. Finally finds Glover inside. 2-pointer from the free throw line. Good for Luke Glover. Bringing the score to 4-0 TCA. Kendall brings it up for JP2, who'll give it off to number 15, Messner. Messner to Shill. 3-pointer from Messner, off, no good. Rebounded by TCA. Rebound from Luke Glover. Glover brings it up to John Shaw for Brady Freeman. Ooh. Oh. After consecutive bounces, hopped into Glover's hand, had an easy layup, missed it. Rebounded by JP2, and Shill brings it all the way in, and another foul is called. It's a foul on number 15, John Shaw, his first, third team foul for TCA, and John Paul II will call a timeout. 4 minutes, 27 seconds to play. John Paul II calls a timeout. 4-0 TCA lead. It's a home game for JP2 tonight, and hold on just a second. Yes, sir.
I am, yes, sir.
Just audio?
Yes, just audio.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
On like the radio?
It goes on an app that I use, and it just goes to my social media feeds, and people can click on the link and be able to listen to it.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
can I tell somebody how to get there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hold on just a second.
Yeah, so just go, if you go to my Twitter, it's DavidAsh20, DavidAsche 20, and they can just click on the link. It'll be right there. Yes, sir. CHE. Yes, sir.
Sorry about that. Had a listener who wanted to listen, had to inform him on how to do that. It was a JP2 fan. Alright, back up after the timeout for JP2, number 15, Messner. Brings the ball up and gives it to Kendall at the top of the arc. No scoring yet. Kendall at the ball, swings it to Freeman. Freeman. Interesting turn of events, right? Number 22, Shill, threw it out of bounds, but John Shaw saved it for some reason. Thought it tipped off a Trojan. Be John Paul II's ball. Kendall will throw it in to number 5, Jpii. Jpii looking around. Gives it to 22, Shill. Shill drives in, layup, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by TCA. John Shaw will bring it up the floor. John Shaw gives it to Newhoff at the free throw line, finds Glover. Oh, bad pass from Luke Glover. Stolen by Shill. Shill will take it in, and an easy layup for Shill, number 22 for John Paul II. 4-2 TCA. TCA is being a little bit sloppy at the ball at the moment. Oh, wild pass from Brady Freeman cross court to Brett Kaufman. Kaufman trapped, and a foul is called. Number 5, Jpii with the foul on Brett Kaufman. That's JP2's first foul of the night. First one on Jpii as well. As I was saying before I took a little break, it's a home game for JP2, yet there's plenty more fans for TCA here tonight. Good student section for TCA showing up. TCA with the ball now. John Shaw looking around. Gives it to Brady Freeman. Thinks about a three. Doesn't take it. Gives it to John Shaw. John Shaw back to Brady Freeman. Inside of the free throw line to Newhoff. Newhoff looking around. Gets guard. Trapped. Brady Freeman for 3. Good. 3-pointer. That brings our score 7-2. First 3 points for Brady Freeman on the night. 2 apiece for Hudson Newhoff and Luke Glover. Kendall brings the ball up for JP2. He'll give it to number 22, Shill. Shill looking around. He'll dribble out. And he'll give it to number 5, Jpii. Jpii dribbling around as well. Jpii will give it to Shill. Shill drives on Newhoff. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds. Turnover for JP2, TCA ball. John Shaw will bring it up for TCA. Once again, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play. First quarter, TCA 7, John Paul second 2. Freeman looking around. As Glover, high pass, nice catch by Glover. They went to Freeman again for another 3. Good again! Brady Freeman getting hot early. 6 points for him, making the score 10 TCA. John Paul second 2. Kendall with the ball, he'll give it to number 15, Messner. Messner around. He'll give it to Schill. Schill back to Kendall. Will Compton going to check into the next stoppage of play for TCA. Kendall throwing the ball around between Garrity and Messner. Throws a lob to number 22, Schill. Was a lob from number 5, Garrity to Schill. Layup is good, making the score 10-4. 2 points for Schill, bringing his total to 4 on the night. Cross court pass to Newhoff. Newhoff, lay in, good. Good find from Brady Freeman down in the paint to Hudson Newhoff. He'll lay it in for 2, bringing his total to 4 on the night. 12-4 TCA lead now. Schill driving on the lane for JP2. He'll give it to Kendall out in the corner. Back to Schill. Schill gives it to Freeman down the baseline, guarded by Newhoff. Schill for 3. Good. Schill continues to produce for JP2 on the night. 7 points for Schill. Only 7 points for JP2, bring the score to 12-7 TCA. John Shaw with the ball, gives it to Newhoff. Newhoff to Glover down the corner. Newhoff to John Shaw. Him off the front arc, no good. Rebounded by JP2. Number 15, Messner with the rebound. Messner, number 5. Oh, and a foul. TCA let number 5, Garrity, dribble right in the paint. Fouled by Luke Glover. Here's Luke Glover will get subbed out for Will Compton after this free throw from number 5, Garrity. Garrity with the shot. First free throw is good from Garrity. Sub in, and Will Compton will indeed come in for Luke Glover. Luke Glover will take a seat. 2 points for him in the first quarter, excuse me. 51 seconds to play after the next shot. Second shot from Garrity coming. That shot's also good. Subs for JP2, number 23, Lopez, and number 3, Dalton coming in for number 5, Garrity, and number 13, Kendall. Brady Freeman will bring it in to John Shaw. Back to Freeman, trying to break the JP2 press. Oh, they do perfectly. Gives it to Kaufman. Kaufman had Compton down in the paint. Open. Out to Freeman. John Shaw thinks about a 3, doesn't take it. Gives it to Compton. Compton back to John Shaw. Brady Freeman will reset for TCA. John Shaw trying to elected not to shoot a wide open 3. Maybe it had something to do with that wide open 3 he just missed. 26 seconds to play. TCA appears to be holding it for the last shot. Maybe not. Freeman to Brett Kaufman. And Kaufman looking around. We'll give it to John Shaw. Back to Freeman. 13 to shoot. 10 to shoot. John Shaw with the ball. Dribbling around. Gives it to Newhoff. Newhoff tries to get around, and it's stolen by number 3, Dalton. Gives it to Schill. 1 to shoot. Lay in. No good. And knocked out of bounds. Excellent block from Hudson Newhoff to save that from a buzzer beater layup. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Score TCA 12, JP2 9. Clutch pair of 3s from Brady Freeman, getting TCA staying in it. 6 points for him. Hudson Newhoff with a pair of layups and floaters, or with a layup and a floater, excuse me. 4 points for him on the night, and Luke Glover with 2. TCA with 4 fouls, 2 on Glover, 1 on Newhoff, and 1 on John Shaw. For JP2, they have 1 foul to their name. Once again, scored 12 TCA, 9 JP2. Into the first quarter. Second quarter will get started in just a couple seconds. Quick little update for you in TCA and TCA basketball sports. TCA will not have a game this Friday, unlike the normal Tuesday-Friday schedule they usually have. They will have a bye this week, and we'll pick it up next week, starting the next round of district games. Way it works, the schedule works for TCA basketball is they play everyone in their district once, and then they'll take one game break, and then they will play everyone else again. Not back-to-back series like in some other sports. Start of the second quarter. JP2 with the ball. Kendall with the ball. Bring it up for JP2. Same people out on the floor that started the game for JP2. Kendall with the ball. Trying to give it to Schill on the inside. Finally does. He'll give it to Freeman. Freeman looking around. Gives it to cutting Schill. Oh. Schill knocked Will Compton down, no foul called. And they'll bring the score up to 12-11. Schill with all 11 points for JP2. Freeman has an open three, doesn't take it. Gives it to John Shaw inside to Newhoff. Newhoff looking around. Gives it to Freeman for three. Off, or no good. Rebound by Will Compton. Good rebound. Gives it to Kaufman. Kaufman drives inside, finds John Shaw. Wide open three. And John Shaw knocks it down. After that earlier missed three, gets right back in it and knocks it down. Bringing the score 15-11 TCA. Messner with the ball. Cross-court pass to Kendall. Kendall looking around. He'll give it to number 5, Garrity. Garrity back to Kendall. Kendall drives in, gives it to Schill. Thinks about a three, doesn't take it. Back to number 15, Messner. Messner to Freeman. Freeman all the way around the court to Kendall. Give it to number 5, Garrity again. Garrity back to Kendall. JP2 can't get inside. Good defense from TCA. Good defense from Brady Freeman, Kaufman, and John Shaw out in the corners. Schill drives inside, looks around to pass, gives it to Kendall for three. Kendall knocks down a deep three. Fell down too. Excellent shot from him. Bring the score 15-14 now. John Shaw and Brady Freeman trying to break the press. He'll give it to Kaufman. Kaufman trapped. Gives it to Newhoff. Newhoff. Freeman. Oh, again. TCA hot from behind the arc. 18-14. Brady Freeman with 9 points all in this first half. Six minutes to play. Freeman with the ball for JP2. Cross-court pass to Messner. Messner loses the ball. Out of bounds. Turnover. TCA ball. Gavin Thornton. The birthday boy. Happy birthday to you, Gavin Thornton. Comes in for Brett Kaufman. Freeman will throw it in for TCA. He'll give it to Thornton. Thornton will bring it up and give it back to Freeman. Freeman will bring it up instead. Freeman gives it to Shaw. John Shaw back to Freeman. Freeman to Gavin Thornton. Open three, doesn't take it. Gives it to Compton. Compton in the corner, needs to get rid of it. Finally does. Gives it back to Freeman. Freeman looking around. May have traveled there. Didn't get it call. Thornton drives around. Gives it to Shaw. Back to Thornton. Oh. Thornton trying to be too crafty there. Throws it away. Turnover. John Paul II will continue with the ball. 5:20 to play. Second quarter. TCA 18. John Paul 14. Kendall with the ball. Looking around. Kendall cross-court pass to Messner. Messner guarded by Compton. Cross-court pass again. And JP2 being what's the word? Anyways, besides the word, they're being giving TCA some gifts for steals. We'll say that. Schill with the ball. Wide open. Number 5, Garrity wide open in the corner for three. Score 18, TCA 17, John Paul II. John Shaw with the ball for TCA, bringing it up to Freeman. Freeman to John Shaw again. Inside to Newhoff. Gives it to Thornton. Thornton decides to take a three. No. Gives it to Freeman. Freeman looks. Good passing from TCA, and a foul is called. Foul's on number 22, Schill for JP2. TCA will throw it in. 4:38 to play. TCA 18, John Shaw 17. Thornton will throw it in. Looking around, has John Shaw wide open. Doesn't give it, gives it to Newhoff. Newhoff to John Shaw at the top of the key. He'll get to Freeman. Thinks about a three, doesn't take it. Gives it back to John Shaw. Freeman looking around to Thornton. Gives it Compton down in the... Freeman for three again! Hit as he shot it, no good. Rebounded by TCA. John Shaw with the lay-in, easy bucket. Good rebound by TCA and John Shaw laying that in. 5 points for him on the night. TCA 20, John Paul second, 17. Brett Kaufman quickly coming back in for TCA. Good defense from Thornton. Thornton on Kendall. Gives it to number 5, Jpii. Jpii to Schill in the corner. Schill looking around to Garrett. Schill again, guarded by Compton. Gives it to Freeman down the post. Back to Jpii. Jpii puts up a three. Jpii, bad miss. Oh, and a foul. Freeman slapped Will Compton on the arm. That'll be a foul on him, and in comes subs for TCA. Luke Glover comes in for Hudson Newhoff, and Brett Kaufman comes in for Gavin Thornton. 3 minutes 48 to play. TCA 20, John Paul 17. Freeman will throw it in. He'll give it to John Shaw. John Shaw to Glover. Glover to Freeman. Freeman back to John Shaw. Brett Kaufman open in the corner for three. Good splash. Nothing but net. Brett Kaufman. TCA giving the lob to everyone behind the arc. It's another three for TCA. 23-17 is the lead now for TCA. Kendall with the ball for JP2. Looking around. He'll give it to number 5, Jpii to Schill. Schill back to Messner on the corner. Messner looking around, thinks about a three, doesn't take it. Gives it to Schill. Schill back to Messner. Messner drives inside, gives it to number 5, Jpii. Jpii looking around. Jpii cross-court pass to Schill. Schill to Kendall. Kendall driving around, the freshman for JP2 looking around, gives it to Messner. Messner to Jpii. Jpii drives inside, tries to take a shot, doesn't. Has to pass it back out to Schill. Good trap by TCA. Freeman down in the post for JP2, looking around, tries to give it to him, and has a wide open Schill down in the paint for two. Make that 11 points for Schill. TCA lead 23-19 now the score. Freeman bringing it up for TCA. Freeman to John Shaw, inside to Glover. Glover to Kaufman out in the corner. To Freeman. Back to John Shaw. Freeman looking around. Trying to set up. Gives it to Glover. Glover out to John Shaw for three. Good. TCA hitting threes back and forth. 26-19 to score now. Timeout JP2. Hold on, let me count this real fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 3-pointers for TCA all in this first half. 2 minutes and 11 still to play in the second quarter. Scores 26 TCA. John Paul the second 19. TCA sharing the love from behind the arc. John Shaw with a pair of threes. Brady Freeman with 9 points, all from three. Brett Kaufman from three as well. Excellent play from TCA, passing the ball, finding open looks, and knocking down the shots. Hot from behind the arc. John Paul, after their 30-second timeout, bring the ball in. Once again, 2 minutes 11 to play in the second quarter. TCA 26, John Paul second 19. Schill's been doing everything for John Paul so far. 11 points for him. Jpii with 5 and Kendall with 3. That's all the scoring for John Paul II so far. John Paul II hasn't really subbed very much. And number 13, Kendall, will bring it in for JP2. He'll give it to Schill. Schill looking around. He'll give it to number 5, Jpii. Back to Schill. Schill to Kendall. Kendall cross-court pass to Jpii. Jpii inside, bad pass, stolen by John Shaw. TCA pushing it up. Gives to Compton. Compton to Kaufman. John Shaw now setting it up. Minute 45 to play. Inside to Compton. Compton, John Shaw, uncontested three. Oh, rattles in the basket and out. No good. Rebounded by John Paul. Man, wide open three. Inside the basket and out. Jpii with the ball now for John Paul. Looking around. Gives it number 15, Messner. Messner to Kendall. Looking around to pass it somewhere. Finally gives it to number 22, Schill. Schill looking around. Gives it to Kendall. Kendall looking around as well. Kendall to number 5, Jpii. Kendall, deep three, and is fouled by Will Compton. That'll be 3 shots at the line for Kendall. Don't know what Compton was thinking there. Fouling behind the arc, but anyways, Kendall will have 3 shots at the line. First shot for Kendall. Off the back, no good. Once again, score 26, TCA 19, John Paul II, minute to play in the second quarter. Second free throw from Kendall is good. I give him 4 points on the night. Subs for JP2. Number 23, Lopez coming in for number 5, Jpii. Third free throw from number 13, Kendall. It's good. 2 for 3 from the line for Kendall, bringing his total to 5 points on the night. Subs for JP2 coming in. Number 3, Dalton. John Shaw Freeman. Oh, bad pass from John Shaw, almost stolen by Schill. Minute to play, 26 TCA, 21 John Paul. Freeman with the ball, looking around. He'll throw it into Newhoff, and is fouled by Schill. That might be his 3rd foul of the night. If that's his 3rd foul, JP2's in trouble. He's their highest point scorer with 11 on the night. Freeman looking around, gives it to Freeman. Oh my goodness, Freeman throws it into Kaufman, and JP2 shoving TCA all over the place. Finally, a foul's called. Number 32, Freeman with the foul. It'll be 5 fouls apiece for both teams. Freeman, once again, will throw it in for TCA. And John Shaw will bring it in. He'll give it to Newhoff. 54 to play. To Freeman. Freeman dribbles in and decides to take it out. They had men down in the court. Didn't do anything. Newhoff now on the free throw line. Gives it to Kaufman. Kaufman, open 3. Good. Brett Kaufman. Give him that open look. He's knocking down that every time. 6 points for him on the night. 29-21 the score now. 33 to play. Messner out to Lopez. Lopez looking around. Gives it to Dalton. Dalton, the number 5, Jpii. 24 to shoot. Jpii drives in. Gives it to Freeman. Oh, 3-pointer. Out in the corner from number 15, Messner, no good. Rebounded by TCA. 15 to play. 14, 13, 12, 10 to shoot. John Shaw with the ball. 8 to shoot. 7 to shoot. 5 to shoot. Newhoff with the ball. Inside. Puts up a layup. Good. Open layup in the paint for Hudson Newhoff. He'll make that 9 out of 10 times. Bring it his point total to 6. And that'll do it for the first half. Your score right now at the end of the first half, TCA 31, John Paul II 21. TCA hot from behind the arc early. Brady Freeman with 3 threes in a row, bringing his total to 9 points. Brett Kaufman just knocked down a 3. That gives him 6 points. John Shaw knocking down a pair of 3s and a layup as well. Also doing a lot on the offensive side, bringing assists. Huge part of why there's been a lot of 3-pointers made. John Shaw has 8 points on the night. Luke Lever with 2, and Newhoff once again with 6. Your score so far, once again, TCA 31, John Paul II 21. Come back in about 10 more minutes, and we'll give you the second half. And it should be an exciting one, and we will see what happens. So come back about 10 minutes, and we will bring you the second half. Once again, my name is David Ash, and hope to see you in about 10 minutes. Thank you for listening.